I'm Samantha, and this is Lone Crow Adventures, the channel where we talk about all things camping, hiking, and backpacking. Today, I'm going to be introducing you to a brand new product, the Beamwalk T3. And I actually got my hands on one of these before they were even available to the public. So I'm going to share my thoughts about them and tell you why I'm so excited about this product release. So these are the Olife Beamwalk T3 trekking pole. The most interesting feature of this trekking pole by far is the light. And the light is turned on by depressing the power button. And this is where the battery is. This has a 1300 mAh 3.7 volt battery. Now this type of a light is intended to be more of a ambient type of light to light up an ambient area. It's not intended to be used as a spotlight like you would with your headlamp or with a flashlight where you directly shine a beam of light at something. This light kind of cascades down and kind of lights up an area, which is super helpful when you're hiking because as you're bringing that pole down, it just gives you a little bit more light before you go to make that next step to make sure you don't catch your toe and slip. The battery for each trekking pole is actually in the cap. And this is completely waterproof. In fact, it's rated to IPX6, which is the step right before submersion. So this can handle hiking in heavy rain or being tossed down on the ground when it's wet. As long as you're not going underwater with it and submerging it, this is going to be okay with the IPX6 rating. Now, it does also come with interchangeable caps. So this cap here is the lightweight cap. So if you're in the situation where you want to shave a couple ounces off these trekking poles and you're not planning on using the lighted function, you could switch it out for just this plastic cap that's going to save you a couple ounces. But in my opinion, the light on this trekking pole is the only reason that you should be buying it. So I don't plan on changing out these battery tips anytime soon. But if you do want to switch out the tips, it's super easy. You can see there is a little tab that you depress right here, and then you can take these off. This is also where you charge this battery. Each of the heads has its own individual USB-C charge port, and it takes 4 hours to charge the battery. Or if you like, and if you want to use the lightweight ones, you can go ahead and pop on these lightweight ones in its place, just like that. So far, the hardware seems really well made. We have an EVA foam handle, and the EVA foam is a type of foam that is not going to absorb water. It's going to be water resistant. So in the summertime, when your hands get hot and sweaty, it's going to prevent these from becoming soaked and saturated with sweat, and is going to keep your hand from slipping. This aluminum here is a 7075 aluminum alloy, and it is a very strong aluminum. And we have a telescoping feature here where the poles can collapse. So this is the size the pole is when it's completely collapsed, and this pole will accommodate users all the way from 4'10", because it goes down to 100 centimeters, all the way up to 135 centimeters for individuals that are as tall as 6'7". So it gives you some good flexibility for shorter folks and even for kids. These trekking poles come with a range of attachments depending on the conditions and terrain that you're going to be hiking in. So these are the snow baskets. I have the snow baskets on here for obvious reasons. But if you're not a snow bunny and you don't like the cold weather, you don't have to worry. There are some other attachments that come with it. We have the rubber silencing tips, and these are especially helpful for when you're doing the road walk portions of your hike, or you're hiking on rocky terrain. You just want to silence those carbide tips. And then we also have pretty generously sized mud baskets. So if you are hiking in some mucky, mushy, marshy terrain, the mud baskets are going to come in handy because it's going to keep your pole from sliding all the way down into the goo. You don't have to use any attachment on them if you want to. These can come off. They're totally interchangeable and easy to work around. So there's 4 different light modes with these trekking poles. The first is a high setting at 120 lumens that will run with a white light for up to 3 hours. The second is a low light setting that is a white light that will run continuously for up to 13 hours at 30 lumens. Then we have a red light setting that will also run for up to 13 hours. And then we have an emergency SOS flashing red setting that will run for up to 20 hours. The really neat thing about these poles is that they're motion censored. So if you stop moving for a while, these will actually turn the lumen setting down to conserve battery life, and it'll start to pulse just a red light, almost like it's trying to get your attention to say, hey, either turn me off or start moving. See? Here we go. Now, watch this. That is really cool. Another really cool thing about this trekking pole is you can actually use this for filming. If you're vlogging your hikes or anything like that, you can use this light either by holding it behind your head to give you a little bit of backlight, or you can actually hold it just in front of you to illuminate your face, because I mean, it is pitch black out here. This is the only light source that I have, and it's lighting my face up nice as I'm doing this little vlog portion. I think this is a product that a lot of people are going to like. I think it's something that's going to go over really well. I'm really excited to follow this product through launch to see how it does. I would recommend it based on what I've seen so far. I'm going to take these out with me on my next crazy Ice Age trail overnight backpacking trip, because we always end up doing some night hiking, and I'm really going to put these things to the test because we're always out at night.